hours do you go on social media per day? I don't know about you, my iPhone tells me how many hours I spend on social media, whether it's Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. It tells me how many hours I spend on productivity, and it tells me how many hours I spend on creativity. Now, I don't know about you, but I could spend close to 45 minutes on any social media. I know.
It's crazy.
Don't look at me like that.
People could do way more. It's fine.
I could spend anywhere close to 45 minutes at a time on various social media platforms, and I'll come off feeling like I may have detoxed my brain. I may have turned my thinking off for a second and had some chill time just scrolling through, but I didn't gain a thing.
And that's true for most social medias, but that is not true when it comes to LinkedIn. And for today's video, we are going to be telling you the 5 things that you need to start doing on LinkedIn to get the most out of it and to get yourself some sick jobs.
Also, for you to feel better when your iPhone tells you that you've been spending 4 hours a day on social media, but you know that LinkedIn's 1.5 of those hours.
I don't know if you have LinkedIn already. If you don't, pause this video, get LinkedIn, and then come back to us because the rest of the video will be useless otherwise. But LinkedIn is crazy useful. It's where Liz and I both got internships from. It helped us get jobs, career advice, and guidance. Like, it's an incredible platform.
So probably your whole life you've been in a household where your parents told you to be humble, that arrogance is a bad thing, that you should rather play things down than play things up. That time is over. Welcome to LinkedIn, your personal bragging buddy, where you get to put it all out on the line. You get to even amp it up a little bit, really go all out to sell yourself.
Anything you've done. If you've taken a course, put it on LinkedIn. Any projects, any internship you did, any fake internship you did.
Any certifications, whether it's lifeguarding, CPR, inbound certification. I have that on my LinkedIn. I literally don't even know what it is.
Especially your bio and your pictures. You really want to show yourself off to the employers and attract them. Get them to look at your profile and be like, yes, I want to hire her.
And just in case you don't know, LinkedIn is mainly to get jobs and for job recruiters to find you. So the best way to do that is to set up an awesome profile explaining exactly who you are, exactly what you do, bragging about all that you're skilled with and blessed with, and literally just letting the recruiters come to you. So again, do not hold back. This is your time to shine. Get it all out there.
Okay, so that was the first way that you should be using LinkedIn to attract recruiters. The second way is to not only wait for recruiters to come to you, it's for you to go to recruiters. And by that, we mean by finding jobs and internships on LinkedIn. It's really simple. We're not gonna stay in this for a long time because you'll see like a tab on the top. It says like jobs. It's got like a cute little suitcase. And you can just find there are so many jobs posted on there. I wanna say like millions. I don't
Probably.
know. Is that crazy to say?
No, it's probably true.
There's a search bar up top. Just search for the type of job you want, where you want it. You'll see so many listings come up. Apply. A lot of them make it so simple. You just share your LinkedIn profile with the recruiter and you're done.
Okay, so the third step is, well, it might be really nice for you to know what job you want to go into and say you're looking in that search bar. But what if you have absolutely no idea what career path you want to go into? You just know the industry, right? You don't know what, but you know you want to go into finance. Well, guess what? LinkedIn has got your back.
And that's because LinkedIn is full of millions of professionals that hold every type of job you can think of, just waiting for you to message them and for them to give you some guidance and advice.
So you know that search bar that Talia was talking about? So it's great if you know exactly what you're looking for, but it's also an amazing filtering device. So basically LinkedIn gives you the option to filter as much as you want. It's like going on to any of those crazy stores
like ASOS, like when you need to filter an ASOS a million times.
Yeah, even like any online store, Neiman Marcus, Nordstrom, whatever, a million things come, not a million, thousands of things, items come up in the search bar and you want to narrow it down. Evening dress, black evening dress, you know what I mean? Like casual, whatever it is. So LinkedIn allows you to really filter in as much as you want, as much as you can. So you might not know exactly what you want to go into, but you'll have an idea and you could narrow it down based on there and find someone who could maybe give you some guidance and help you further narrow your path.
You might know that you want to be an analyst. That's your dream job. But how do you really know if you want to be an analyst at this company or that company? Well, why don't you use the search bar for people on LinkedIn and actually speak to 2 analysts at both the companies and say, hey,
what's your experience?
Can you tell me about it? Like, I'm looking at a job here and I'm telling you, they will love to help you. I do this all the time to people. I'm like, hi, I'm a student. I'm actually just looking for a little bit of clarity and guidance. They're like, of course, sweetheart. Let me tell you about my experience.
People love bragging about their jobs. People love feeling like powerful in the sense that like, wow, I'm giving a younger student, someone who's looking for advice, like, wow, they're coming to me. It's just an also ego boost, and who doesn't need an ego boost right now and then? Come on. So really do not feel awkward messaging people. Don't even feel awkward if they don't respond, because a lot of times like people either don't see the messages or you have to message multiple people in order to get one response. And that's normal. It shouldn't turn you away. Just keep going, keep messaging, and someone is bound to respond.
And when you get that clarity, when you get that guidance and advice, it will be so worth it, because then you didn't need to spend 2 years at a job you don't even like because you knew that you weren't going to like it to begin with.
Forget even the job working there. Like, you don't even have to go through an interview process for a culture that you don't think you fit into. So that was the third way. Really just get advice, hear from other people, maybe even narrow down the industry or the field that you want to go into.
Okay, the fourth way to use LinkedIn is literally my favorite way ever. It is a crazy hack that not enough people do, and that is to get referrals from people in your dream job. I did this a few weeks ago. So I was thinking about, what's my dream company? I don't know, I have a few. So I find a few people at dream companies of mine that hold the role that I would want to. And I message all of them, probably 5 people in total. Hey, blank. My name is Tali, I'm a student, I'm looking to this company. Can you tell me a little bit about it? Finding common ground between you and the person you're messaging.
That is key.
The last thing you're doing is messaging them, hey Liz, I see you work at blank. Can you please refer me? Guess who's gonna respond?
Not Liz.
Liz is not gonna respond.
You cannot make it a template. You can't just copy and paste something and send it to Martha and Evan and Bob and Samantha and Carly. Like, none of them are going to answer. It needs to be personalized, and that's why finding that common ground is so important.
Yeah.
I see you were part of this club on campus. I see you went to that college. That's where I am right now. Like, what professor did you have? You know what I mean?
I see you were a swimmer on campus. I also swim.
Student athlete, whatever it is.
Whatever it is, find common ground between you and the person you're messaging it and run with it. Ask them for guidance. Ask them for advice. When you've spoken with them for a little bit, be like, by the way, do you happen to know a recruiter in your division? I love your company. Your job sounds amazing. It sounds like it'd be a great fit. What are the next steps?
But something important to note is that it doesn't come right away. It's not in the same message of you introducing them and asking to speak that you ask for the referral. You kind of have to like butter them up, get them to like you, and that's what the whole common ground thing is for. Because once you start getting them talking about them, it's all about them until you can pivot it to be about you. And if you can do that successfully, they will be so happy to help you. Not only find you a recruiter, find you someone to speak to, but they'll be more than happy to pull your resume out of that black hole in the company and be like, by the way, I spoke to this candidate. She's super sweet. I think she'll really fit into our culture here. And I think she's really, really a great person to bring on board.
Not only that, but I've had people who I was messaging after I send my resume, then respond to me and be like, Tali, I think you should fix this, this, and this about your resume. And I'm like, thank you so much for the feedback. That's so helpful. Like, they just went above and beyond because they really want to help. Like, there are good people in this world.
Okay, so you have LinkedIn, you've bragged about yourself, you've gotten the eyes of some recruiters, you've even spoken to some people and asked for a referral, and guess what? You have landed an interview.
Congrats.
What is your first step? You must
Need to
look up your interviewer beforehand. Not only do you have to do your research on the firm, on the culture, on their strategies, on what their mission statement is, on what their core values are, who the CEO is. I've been asked that question multiple times. Do you know who the CEO of Morgan Stanley is? Like, it's Matt Gorman. Like, thank you so much. You know what I mean? You have to know that. And biggest thing, finding common ground when you're getting a referral, finding common ground before you get to the interview, because the key to interviewing is to get the interviewer to talk about themselves.
And we'll talk about this so much more in a later video, but LinkedIn is an amazing opportunity to basically spy on your interviewer before you go in.
And it's not considered weird. It's considered normal, if not mandatory.
Yeah, it's fully, like, they will come in, and if you don't show that you've stalked them beforehand, you're automatically at a disadvantage for the job.
Yeah.
You need to go to them and be, hi, Mr. Bob, thank you so much. By the way, I saw that you were on the fencing team in college. I, too, am an expert fencer. Now let's talk about this job and why it'd be a great fit. And Mr. Bob's gonna be like, oh, thank you so much. You know, like, get him talking about the fencing team. You're good as gold.
Or you can even say, like, I see you switch from sales to trading. Like, can you tell me what you didn't like about sales and how trading's going? You know what I mean? Like, every single interview is another networking, another referral, because guess what? If they like you, they're going to refer you on to the next person. And you are just going to keep climbing that ladder, keep researching your interviewer until you get that job.
And if you do that, when you get that job, you can trace all the way back. It comes from LinkedIn. That's how we started this video. That's how we're gonna end. You need LinkedIn, you need it in your life, and you need to be using it the correct way.
And if you do, you will feel so much better about your social media productivity hours. So get on that. If you girls have any questions about what to message, how to go about it, you need help setting up your LinkedIn profile, like
we're here.
Tali and I are experts. You could look us up, or you could just DM us and we'll be more than happy to help you guys out. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.
Bye.